Hey, what's good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who this is. It's your favorite educator and investor. Student is in the financial market, Sharp Blue, and welcome back to Forex Is Stupid. And man, I appreciate you for actually diving deep into this work with me, man. I always wanted to come as authentic as pure as possible, and my main thing for this channel, and this podcast in general, is to show you that a regular Joe like me is on that same path as you. Give you some encouragement and enlightenment along the way. I've been trading in the front from financial market for about 5 years, but I will tell you, I have not been serious. The first 2 years, the first 2 years I was introduced, a year and a half, I was introduced to I Am Academy. So it went where it went. The next 2 years, I invested into myself to have some mentors to actually dive deep into the material and learn it. And within this last year, I've went through some ups and downs and faced some emotional roller coasters that I want to share along the way with you. I have also been a winner in the market. I've won my biggest win, $106,000 in the market. And also, I've lost a lot of money in the market, over 50,000 on to $70,000 in the market. So at the end of the day, we've all been there, and I want to prevent you from doing the same thing. So let's get into it, man. The episode today that the topic for this episode today that we're going to focus on is your energy. Your energy is important when it comes to anything in life. But it is very important when it comes to this skill, because if your energy is not aligned with the right things, man, you're going to face some hardship in the market and some mental hardships as well. So I want to be able to share those things with you. Like I said, I spent about 2 years going through the emotional roller coaster, dealing with life, and still trying to be intact with trading. The reason why I can't let this go, because one, I know it's real. Two, God sent me this skill. And three, I can't work a 9 to 5. So this is what I do every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally tapped in to learn this skill, to master this skill, and to educate others. So we went from one academy to the next. Forex Stupid is a revamp of Trenches State Academy, and we wanted to give this out to the public so that everybody can tap in. But I want to stay focused on the podcast episode today. So your energy is very important in anything you do. Mainly is important when it comes to the financial market, because I can't stress this enough. Because, man, the reason why it's so important, because everything you do is going to align with your emotions, and it's going to align with how you feel for the day. I mean, you wake up in the morning, you can have a good day, and then you bump your toe on the chair, or you drop your favorite cup with your coffee in it, and it can turn the day bad. You backed up in traffic, it can turn the day bad. So let's talk about what checking your energy look like, how this can affect you in your trading, and if it can help you or hurt you in your trading. All right, so one thing I want to tell you, when you get into the market, make sure the first thing you do is not get on the chart, it's not look for a pair, it's not trying to find your entries, exits, it's to check your clarity for your conscience. Check the clarity for your heart, because your heart has to be connected with your conscience. And both of them got to be clear to get into this market. All right. So how do you actually watch your energy? What does that look like? Well, this is what it's like for me, and I'm gonna share some experiences, and hopefully it help you along the way. Well, the first thing you want to do is monitor your emotional stress, because the best thing to do is identify when you feel stressed. You want to identify when you're anxious. You want to identify when you're overly confident, or you feel overly confident. You got to boost the energy out of nowhere. You want to pinpoint if you feel fatigued, tired, hopeless, whatever. You want to be able to check those emotions, because emotional extremes can lead you to a cloud of judgment, man. I'm just gonna be honest. It really can. You have to keep a trader journal to track how your emotions are for that day, and it's gonna help you correlate with your trade. So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see that the reason why your trades didn't play out the way you wanted to, or the reason why they did play out the way you wanted to, it has a lot to do with your energy. So your energy, your emotions, and your trades need to all align with each other. You want to keep your heart pure. That's the most thing I want to tell you, because I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen people crash out with this skill, including myself. I told you 2 years I took a roller coaster on this emotional standpoint when it comes to training for an exchange market, because I had got to the point where I was consistently pulling $10,000 out the market. I was consistently trading consistently profiting $10,000 on the market. The minimum I was getting was, let's say, $500 to $1,000. So I had mastered that skill, and I wanted to continue to grow to the academy. I think we had got to about that 30,000 people within the academy, and it was 100% conversion rate. So that right there was amazing. So I want to continue to put this content out, but in the middle of me juggling this and trying to have confidence on myself, I ran into some life hardships, man. So I have a daughter that is not um with me anymore. I was and it really hurt me, man. I'm not gonna really get too in depth of that situation. Just me and her mom didn't really see eye to eye, and on some things that there was a bunch of lies, you know what I'm saying? Some things that happened, there was a bunch of lies and whatever. People really not being aligned who I am. People really not understanding who I am. A lot of times toxicity will try to follow you, but if you're not on that vibrations, people can get offended by you being better than, you know what I'm saying? Especially with this skill, people feel like you're better than, they feel like they get intimidated. So with that, what I didn't know, I didn't realize that's what was going on and some other stuff. So with that, it led with me getting my feelings hurt from my daughter, not from my daughter's mom, and I don't no longer have my rights to that to my daughter. And I have three daughters, and that really hurt me, and I really did not understand how bad that can impact my trading. I've also got a gun pulled on me, trading in foreign exchange market, traveling the world trading in the foreign exchange market. Y'all hear that noise? Excuse me, that's my dog. She just want to be just noisy. She want to be a part of the podcast. But yes, I literally got a gun pulled on me in my face because I didn't want to make somebody some more money. Mind you, we made $20,000 that day, and the goal, and we turned that 20 to 50. So the total we had 50. And I was with a group of people, and I told, uh, well, he's my wife nephew. We're just gonna put it like that. My wife nephew put a gun out on me, and it fucked me up because I had made helped him make over $20,000 that within that week, and he wasn't satisfied. He wanted to scam. He wanted to tell people that he knew how to do the skill, but he really didn't. He wanted to do things on the back end that I wasn't comfortable with, and with that, it led to a gun get put in my face, and I mean, it really fucked me up. To really be honest with it, let's talk about it. Let's get some therapy out. It really fucked me up because coming from the military, especially you serve 7 years, and then overseas, you see a lot. You see a lot of crazy stuff, and to get a gun put on my face, put it out in my face because of that, somebody telling me I'm gonna make this money or my life will end, man, it really, really rocked me. You know what I'm saying? And me and him end up fighting. When he put a gun out, I wasn't really too scared because I had disarmed it. I kind of figured what he was trying to do. I mean, dude took me to this cul-de-sac area, and it was very secluded. It looked like your final last words before you die, and that's pretty much what it was. We got to touch, we got to fight. Before I got the car, I saw where he had, try to intimidate me, threaten me with the gun or whatever, and he put it back inside the door. So when he did that, I disarmed it, took the pin out and all that good stuff. And well, he didn't know. And so me and him got into it, got to talking, and he ran up on me. I asked him not to. I was trying to figure out what is this going, what is this happening. He flew all the way out to my house. This was in Texas. We did a whole week crash course with another trader. So it was three of us, and we made money. I'm talking about we made money, 5,000 within that week. He made, I think I made 12,000 within that week. And my friend, he had a smaller account. He made like 700 in that week. And it was like crazy because we were on the call with other people where they're pulling money out the market and they're seeing success. And he pulls a gun out of my face. It really rocked me, man. That's when I met my wife out there, and I went into anxiety attack. Dealing with emotions, dealing with uh, that, trying to still be in the market, not trying to figure out. I am bull crap and stuff. I am a casualty bull crap and stuff, and it led me in the hospital. I'm not gonna lie. I ended up in the hospital for about a week. Um, they were very scared for me because my anxiety level was on 10. My health was not good at all, and I couldn't stop stressing. And when he came in there, he's like, do you deal with stress? I told him, yes. So you have a high stress level right now. It's not good for you. your immune system, your organs is starting to shut down from it, and we don't want that. It kind of scared me a little bit. And what I realized in that moment, when I was in the hospital and I verbalized that to people, nobody gave a fuck. They're just being straight honest. Nobody gave a fuck that I was in the hospital. People still reaching out to me. It's like, hey man, you in the hospital? All right, yeah, man. What's on that? What is on that next call? You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I put the calls in the chat. I put like 4 calls out, and that still wasn't enough. People were still eating and still were greedy, and I didn't realize how much that would play into my life. I went from that, shaking it off, going back into trading. And then with this time going back into trading, I was losing, I was winning, I was losing, I was winning. I wasn't having the consistency that I was having before, and it was frustrating me. So in the midst of me building Tristan State Academy, um, my wife helped me build it, and we got along with some educators and mentors, to help me stay fresh. And it was a success. It was a success. 30,000 families we helped within that academy. Mind you, we had another academy before that was called, it was just a program called Abundance 333, where we had people getting on to the call and stuff for $25 to kind of get them to see that this skill it works for real. And then if they believe so much and they see everything work there, they convert over to I Am Academy. And when I realized I was the vessel, but man, it's a lot of people hating. In that mix of that, I had my cousin who was an IM talk bad to me, talk down to me. He was ripping me off with the trades. I see me throw a call, he take the call, give it to the millionaires, and they're making millions of dollars off it, and then no one's giving me credit for it. And it was just like, man, so much was going on. And one thing I never wanted to be again was a number. The military made me a number, and I almost died for that. As you see, I Am Academy made me a number, and I almost died with that because people seeing greed. So I had to check my emotions. And within these 2 years, I've been on an emotional roller coaster. Like, I've been happy, I've been sad, I've been super depressed, I've been super angry. And these things showed up in my trading account. I blew an account for the first time, and I never blew an account. And it discouraged me a little bit. So I went back to the drawing board. So within these 2 years, up and down, I've been winning and I've been losing, and I just been all over the place. Within this last year, I started to build the most confidence in myself. I realized I slept on myself. I'm sleeping on my fucking self. I'm watching Cabinet New Trader. I'm watching people like him. I'm watching Swag. You see, I'm always watching him. I'm watching Trade Society, a Trade Channel, and I'm looking at these people like, bro, I know I got the same kid, same abilities. And then I got people in my academy like, bro, why you not, putting out new content? Why you not switching everything over to YouTube? Why you not giving out that valuable knowledge that you helped us with? And the truth was, I was scared. I was scared of running back into someone threatening my life. I felt like no one actually gave a fuck about what I was trying to give, and nobody actually saw me. And all those things showed up in my trading account. Some setups I didn't see, some things I overlooked, you know what I'm saying? And it affected to the point where I wasn't making $10,000 every month anymore. And it affected it real, real big. So I wanted to share that with y'all to let y'all know, like, you may not get a gun put out on your face, you know what I'm saying? Um you may not get in a fight with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You may not have people that rely on you, whatever, but you will face something in life, you know what I'm saying? I lost my grandmother, that played a part, you know what I'm saying? And I turned around, I lost my other grandma on my dad's side, that played a part. And this is recently. She hadn't been dead. It's about a year now, almost a year. It was her first holidays without her. So this recently happened. I lost my cousin. She passed away, and that was recently in June. I struggle with certain addictions when it comes to trying to bounce back, trying to not feel so bad and blame myself for the things that was going on around me. And to be honest, none of this is my fault. It's life happening. It's life being life. Life. You know what I'm saying? And you have to keep that in mind. Like, your emotions and how you feel will show up in your trading. So at any time you just don't feel like coming to the trend, don't. If you just can't focus and all day you've been falling, you've been chasing the day and nothing worked out, then don't do things that are not aligned with you. You have to start off from the way you feel, and that's how you move throughout the day. Okay, you have, like I said, keep a trading journey so you can track your trades and your emotions to make sure they're aligned. If they're not, You know, you gotta pay attention to that. You gotta keep your heart pure at all times so that you can continue to elevate in the right direction. I want you to also practice mindfulness. This is a technique that I use. I love meditation. You know, if you go look at the PG podcast, Positive Energy Generation, you'll see our logo. It's the meditation logo, and then you'll see another logo followed by it, which is the that symbol. You know what I'm saying? And you have the triangle. And you know, I like to look at the triangle into the three phases of life. You got your physical being, you got your spiritual being, and then you got your physical, spiritual, and what do you call it? Your mind, body, and soul. Put it that way. You got your physical being, your mind, body, and soul. I just keep getting tied up by that. But anyway, you got your mind, body, and soul. That's what the triangle signifies. My mind, body, and soul has to be aligned with me, which is why that person is in the middle. Whoever life it is, you're in the middle of your life. And it's around your life is surrounded by your mind, your body, and your soul, your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, this earthly well-being, your mental is important. So your mental well-being is important, your physical well-being is important, and your spiritual well-being is important. And I truly feel that no matter where you are in life, if those things doesn't align with you, those things are, are not balanced, then you can crash out, and you will see inconsistency that show up in your career and life, and things just feel like it's falling apart. And life is always falling apart. You just got to figure out a way of how to deal with the things that are going on, face the things that's going on, not be in denial, but face the things that's going on, and then let yourself know that it's okay that I don't get a chance to trade today. It's okay that maybe this week I need to take a back step, a step back. Maybe I need to take a step back this month. Whatever you know that you need to take, you need to be able to take those steps, because mind, body, and soul have to be lined up. So you can use meditation as a practice for mindfulness. You also could do deep breathing. It helps you stay focused within that moment. You know, a lot of time our brain get away from us. I can really speak for myself. My brain get away from me, and I start overthinking, and I start my brain start moving fast. Faster than where I'm moving right now. So with that, it's hard for me to stay within the present. So take 3 deep breaths, center yourself, ground yourself to stay present, and you will find out this will reduce overthinking. It will put you back into that mindset of right now, because the present moment is the only moment that you won't be able to get back. The present moment. The past, we already know we can't get that back. The future hadn't even happened yet. It's the present moment that is the present. That's why it's called a present. It's the gift of life, the present moment. Because once that present moment happens, you can't get it back. That's what they become memories. You know what I'm saying? So also being mindful, it helps you stay grounded. It helps you respond to the market logically, and it keeps you from reacting to the market impractically. You know what I'm saying? Making impulsive moves, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be able to do that, because like I said, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle trying to figure out, man, with this strategy, I was making like 75%. Now the strategy went down to 45% or 35% or zero. It's not even working now. It's nothing wrong with the strategy. It's your mind, body, and soul not aligned. Mind, body, and soul has to be aligned, no matter what. Because your energy is what leads. Somebody's energy can speak before they even touch, you know what I'm saying? Touch the floor. Like, not say touch the floor, but before they even enter your presence, you can see somebody far away, and then their energy can speak before they mouth speak. That's what I'm trying to say. Somebody energy can speak before their words. You know what I'm saying? So energy don't lie. People do. All right. Energy don't lie. The physical form will, but that spiritual won't. So I want you to be able to set some time limits to where you can breathe. Okay. And this is some things that I've said for myself. I had to schedule myself on certain days and certain times to respect what my physical being, my emotional being, my mental can handle. So overtraining can deplete the mental. It really can. Your energy it can go down, and it can lead to poor decision. It can limit trade sessions, and it can limit you when it comes to trading sessions, which means you may not be able to get into the market and find as many traders as you usually. And then on top of that, you can burn out. You can burn out fast because you're overthinking. So you're making poor decisions. You're in the market with anxiety, and you're going crazy because you just gotta find these setups. You're forcing stuff, and you're gonna eventually burn out. And that's what I did. I eventually burnt out to the point where when it came to like somebody had to ask me like, "Are you still trading?" You know what I'm saying? And I got asked that question many times. I got asked that question multiple times, and it just started hitting me like I didn't respect myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't I didn't realize I was burning out. I didn't realize that I needed help. I didn't realize that in those moments I needed to take a step back. I felt like if I let trading go for a while, that I was a failure. And it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. I mean, I made some dumb ass decisions within my marriage, within friends, and all type of stuff just because I was battling a lot within. So hopefully you won't make those same mistakes. If you're battling with some things that's within, take the time out and deal with those things so they won't show up in your trading. That way you can trade in peace. You also want to be able to prioritize physical well-being. You have to be able to put yourself first. Self-love is the best love because if you can't love yourself, you won't be able to love nobody else. So, staying hydrated is a type of love. Some people don't drink water. Your body cannot just survive off of sodas. I mean, it can, but it ain't gonna be a good body. Your body needs water, so you have to stay hydrated. You gotta eat healthy. You gotta get adequate to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I talk to myself about that because I have really heavy dad insomnia, and that happened when I came from overseas. Man, I used to love to sleep, but once I got back from overseas, I couldn't sleep. And so I battle with that sleeping. Sometimes I get an hour worth of sleep and I get back up and I'm on the grind. Sometimes I get 2 hours, 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I get the whole seven. And if I get the whole seven, bro, I'm actually blessed to even take that time because I feel better. But I'm working on myself, you know what I'm saying? Being patient with myself. I switched up my hours so that even if I'm going through those moments of insomnia, I am having moments where I'm sleeping. They just I reverse the time. So you gotta be able to adjust and be patient with yourself. That's all I'm saying. People are not patient with themselves, but they're patient with others. And really, you're not patient with others. You're just what's the word? I don't know. You're not. I don't know. But if you can't do it for yourself, you just maintain it with others. You know what I'm saying? But you barely hanging on for yourself. So before you can start doing it for others, you gotta do it for yourself. And these are things that I've learned around the way. Before I started telling people about the mental, I have to face my mental aspect myself. I have to be accepting of what happened. My daughter, it happened. I don't talk to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen her in 3 years. That happened. That shit hurts. That is real. I had a friend who lost his son, and he just made his son just would have been born yesterday, 2 days ago, and he had to take a mental step back from everything he was doing, shows and stuff, everything he was doing. He took a mental step back so that he couldn't pour over into anybody else's cup. And I respected him so much for that when he told me that, like, yo, it's getting closer to my son's birthday. He's passed. And I'm really fucked up about that, sis. You know what I'm saying? I'm really fucked up about that. So in order for me to be able to move properly, I need to remove myself for about a week or two so that I can feel it and not run from it. And I can accept it so that it can fuel me and not burn me. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't know. You may not be going through that, you know what I'm saying, to the extreme. But if you lost a grandmother, you lost your mother, you lost a friend, you lost a sister, you lost a brother, some of these losses is forever. And it puts a void in your heart. So sometimes it make you feel cold. So if you accept these things instead of running away from things, you will see how life starts to just trickle down. You will see how life just start to align. The stars start to align. Everything started to align. But you gotta get past the hurt. And in order to get past the hurt, you gotta acknowledge it. All right. So You got to stay hydrated. You got to eat healthy, get adequate sleep. A tired body equal to a tired mind. That's so true. You also got to get regular exercise, man. Exercise boosts focus and it reduces stress. So a lot of time we'll be sitting on a tray, but we can't focus because you're burning energy, but you're not burning in the right places. And so, with me going through my mental aspect, I I love to work out. I'm getting back to the point where I'm loving to work out because I had disattached myself from everything that I love because my daughter got taken from me. You know what I'm saying? So since that happened, I disattached myself from even from my other two daughters. Not in a bad way, but in certain areas of life to where I feel like if anything happened, I can't get hurt. And at the end of the day, that wasn't fair to them. That's not fair to my wife. That's not fair to the family that we built. That's not fair to me because I do deserve to be happy too. I didn't deserve that type of pain, but I can't control other people's actions. So with that being said, I have to be accountable for my actions, and so I have to pour back into the right cup. In order for me to pour back into the right cup and love myself, I had to acknowledge that, bro, I only been given 10%. I only been given 20% just so I can show people that I'm stayed afloat. I'm still here. When it's all over your face, man, you ain't here. You're not even cherishing the present moment because your mind is all over the place. So you got to be able to put certain things into place so you can give yourself the amount of love that you need so that you can give others the amount of love, the right amount of love that they need. You'll know where to value yourself and where your worth is not valued. And you'll start to understand that it's okay to not be in those environments, to be around those people. It's okay that, sometimes I got to step back from family members and people that I used to know and people that I knew growing up. I got to step back from it to get what I truly want. I'm going to say this one more thing and I'm going to move forward. My auntie, I ain't going to say her name, but I love this auntie, man. She taught me how to sing. I used to live with her and all this stuff. And I really didn't, I thought that the love that I gave and the love that I showed and the love she was showing me was mutual. And I thought that she loved me back too. And I said she don't, but to where my brain was, I couldn't find out later in life. She don't really feel about me that way. It's actually some hatred there. And I've never done anything to this auntie. And it broke my heart when it set in my mind, like all this time I've been in someone's face and they didn't really like me. And I did everything for it. And so that's something I have to go back within and work on myself with because I want to make sure that I'm not around people that's just in my face and then behind my back saying something bad about me, whether it's friends, family, loved ones, or whatever. I want to be around the people that value me in my face and behind my back because I pour love to people and I'm always pouring love to people. But I need to be able to get that reciprocated back. And in order for me to do that, I got to love myself first and know that what my worth is. So, sometimes it's hard because it's a family member that you know, or it's even shoot, shit, it's even your boyfriend, your husband, whatever. Detached from it, so you can accept it, feel it, and heal from it. Okay, so one thing I would tell you that's going to add value on top of giving yourself self love is take a break. It's okay to take a break. Step away from the chart, step away from the screen, especially if you had a significant loss or win. If you won, you had 3 trades that you wanted to take within this week, and all 3 trades profit out. Look, step away from the chart. It don't matter what lot size you traded on, 0.01 or standard lot size. It does not matter. Step away from the chart because you need it. You got to stay focused. You need your mind to be clear. And in order for you to, when you step away from the chart, it creates opportunities for you to reset your mind from a clear point of view instead of going back in with that same thing, with the same mindset and seeing the same thing. You got to clear your mind. You got to clear your heart. You got to clear the chart. Okay. Take a break. Breaks not only help you with self-love, but it helps you avoid, revenge trading. That's the biggest thing a lot of retail traders do. They revenge trade. You know what I'm saying? They don't get a chance to make 7 figures. I make 7 figures. You know what I'm saying? I am considered a 7 figure trader, but I'm very humble with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very humble with it, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't go through the experience in myself. And some of y'all are scared to go through it yourself. You have to go through these experiences. You can take what I say, you can take what Swaggy C say, you can say what Calvin the New Trader say, you can say what Ralph over there at the Trade Society say. You can say a lot of things, but your experience is what's really gonna matter. Our experiences just help you navigate, to believe in yourself and show you what we did and to give you encouragement. That's what our experiences do. Sometimes you can learn from our experience. Like, nah, they lost that. I'm gonna make sure I capitalize on this. That's what our experience do. Your experience is going to teach you, it's going to learn you, and it's going to help you grow. So you got to take a break so you can be able to avoid revenge trading and getting overconfident, man. Sometimes overconfidence could be your biggest downfall. You know what I'm saying? You can be overly confident. And I would say I did that this week. I took a trade I was overly confident with. And it knocked me out with the trade. But if I had just stood back and not, tooting my horn too much, I ain't gonna say that. I really don't know what was going on. But I just knew that the trade was gonna go. But I pre-jumped it. And I went back, excuse me, and looked at it. I pre-jumped it. So that was a well-deserved loss. Instead of going back to revenge trade, I looked at the chart. I see that, well, did I trade any this week? No, that was last week. All right, is that an opportunity for me to get back in? Like, what can I do? I reset myself. I didn't trade that day. I waited to the next day, reset myself, and I was like, all right, let's go back and look at it from a clear eye. And when I did that, I saw which way I was supposed to win. So you have to be able to know where you messed up and how can you readjust yourself. So how can trading, well, not trading, yeah, how can trading affect your energy in a harmful way? Well, I know a lot of people don't believe when I say that, but trading can affect your energy in a harmful way. We just talked about it. You get emotional when you trade, so you can fall into emotional trading. You're like revenge trading. uh what is called, that get rich quick, that gambling mindset. All that is emotional trading. You can be overconfident, you can burn out, and you have lack of patience. And this all can harm you from trading successfully. A lot of times you will see it going in the way you want to, but you can see it going the way you want to, but because you was overly confident or you was emotional that day, or you just felt tired and you was burnt out, it showed up in your chart because you didn't respect yourself. You didn't start off with self-love. So you got to start off with self-love. Well, now that we know how trading can harm us, well, how can we do better, Char? Like, how can we do better and improve ourselves in order for our energy to help us? I'm glad you asked, and I'm going to tell you. Well, I mean, it's the opposite of what I told you, how it can harm you. The same way it can harm you, it can heal you. It can heal you by having clarity and you being focused on the market and the things that is aligned with you. The emotional trading is out the way. You have emotional resilience, so you have no emotions toward what's going on in the market. You're just in your bag. You also have discipline, so you got these set of rules that keep you comfortable, to keep you from going into the market at redundant times or with redundant points. Trying to find entries. So you're able to build that discipline, and with that, you're staying in line on your rules. So if you said the price has to break the trend line, and the next candlestick has to form an open and a close below that trend line, you want to do that. Whatever it say, you don't want to get in because if price was at a trend line and it broke it, but then it turned around, dipped out, dipped back in, so the close was not below the trend line, but it was inside the trend line, it could have been a fake out. I don't know. Depending on what you was traded on. Only you know. So be disciplined. Have clarity and focus. Don't emotional revenge trading. Have emotional resilience and adaptability. Adapt to what the market is giving you. If the market's not giving you a setup that you want or that you like that's inside your rules, walk away. It will eventually do it. If you got 5 charts and only 2 charts giving you that setup, take those 2 charts. Don't overtrade. Don't try to get a bigger lot size. No, stay within your trading plan and continue to, move forward so that you can continue to build confidence. You can build enlightenment within yourself. You can empower yourself. I'm telling you, all this plays a part. Watching your energy helps you cultivate self-awareness, self-love, and maintain a balanced energy level. And that's important. Life is full of unbalance. You know what I'm saying? People out here doing a lot of things at one time. But you have to be able to control it, because the only person that be able to control your life is you. And if you don't have a tight grip on your life, then what you want me to do, right? So it's a marathon, man. I want you to keep that in mind. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. All right, it's like Nipsey Hussle. We doing this for the long term. It's a marathon, baby. I don't care about that Harris over there just working out because he about to take this long run. He gonna burn out because he really not gonna go on a long run. He gonna take the shortcut. It's gonna be something they don't know. The long run is gonna help you run into those things that you don't know, pick up along the way, and continue to elevate. You try to take the shortcut, man, you're gonna fall short every time. So, you know, a lot of times our emotions just really get the best of us. And it took me a minute to be honest. I didn't want it to, like, at first when they was telling me like, hey, switch everything over to YouTube, whatever. I honestly didn't want to, because I had to tell my story. You know what I'm saying? I had to get a little deep. I have to connect with people, get more relative. And I do that already with positive energy generation, PG podcasts, PG styles, the clothing brand. I do that already, but honestly, I don't. I do it with the two face. You know what I'm saying? This side, I release what I want you to see. I'm no longer doing that. I'm coming into this thing every time, into the trench work every time, and I'm telling you what I'm facing. I'm telling you how I feel. If I didn't feel it, if I did feel it, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. And right now, you may not have lost as much money as I have, or you may have. I do know it's two people that loves to trade or having a mindset to want to trade, and that right there is enough for me. You want to learn how to trade, you get in your bag, you become Goku on this thing, and I'm telling you, you level up. You got to level up, and you got to be patient with yourself. It's the long term. I just told you 5 years, I'm still going through the ups and downs. I just had to be real with myself and face these things. So now the next 5 years is about to be amazing. You're going to watch, and it's going to be all documented through YouTube. So make sure you guys go. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, and watch the content get better. Watch me come with more and more lessons. Make sure you stay tuned to the course lesson that's coming out. We'll be talking about a few things, so you guys can stay tapped in. So if you have not, make sure you follow us on YouTube. That's Forex Is Stupid. And if you haven't followed us on our Facebook page, make sure you go to Master the Mind, Master the Market. And if you type in Master the Mind, it actually should pull up. If you don't, type in Master the Market, and it should pull up. If you don't, just look for Master the Mind and Master the Market, and you will see. But I wanted to give you things, little resources to tap into, because I'm showing you my journey, and hopefully you take that same step into your journey, and we really do this thing together. You know what I'm saying? If I can open your mindset, open your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being in each session just one time. If I just do it one time, it's enough for me. But if I continuously can do it, man, I'm telling you, we can heal the world. This skill can literally change the world. All right. So, through all these ups and downs that we're going through life, emotions, kids, mom, dad, a lot of us hitting that age to where we are now the parents, and our parents are the grandparents. If not, you went from being a child to now you having more responsibilities in the house, and you just don't get, why you got to do this and why you do that. It don't matter. In life, it's going to throw you curveballs. You're going to go through death. You're going to grieve. You're going to do a lot of stuff. And in those moments, you're going to say, Forex is stupid. And I agree. See you next time here at Forex Is Stupid.